everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Saturday, only here on Top Shelf Oldies. Want to welcome you to the March 19th, 2016 Vinyl Treasure Show, all 50s and early 60s on this edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show on this cold day. Actually, it was in the higher 30s. We were in the, almost higher 60s earlier in the week, but we're supposed to have snow tomorrow evening. Not really looking forward to that. No way, but thank you for joining me for my 1950s and early 60s original vinyl show. Here we opened up with multi-instrumentalist, band leader, songwriter, record producer, A&R man, and promoter. Had wide variety of roles during his career in the R&B field, lasting from the 1940s through the 1990s. He was born in Chicago. His real name was Isaac Columbus Toombs Jr., but we better know him as Mr. Sax Carey. Opened up with a song that he wrote, a song called Alley Cats. Doing the sax there. The Alley Cats is the name of the song. The name of the group is called the Alley Cats, with Kitty and Sax Carey and Orchestra. August 56 on the PC label out of Detroit, Michigan. PC stands for Personal Choice Records. Yes, it does. And we open up with an instrumental, as we always do here on a Saturday evening. Well, enough of my babbling here. Let's start off the vocal portion. On last week's Vinyl Treasure Show, I played the A-side of this 45. Came out on Leonard Chess's Checker label. The song was called Knee Socks. Let's give a spin to the B-side before it goes back down in the no humidity basement, as this side was also co-written by the lead singer, and his name is Johnny Brantley. This one from March of 1959. These are the Ideals. This is a B-side on Checker. Give a listen to their tune. It's called Mary's Lamb.
Ma, 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 ma. Oh, do, 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 do.
Just in time for Easter. Yes, so is it Easter? The lamb is around Easter? I don't know. Anyway, that's the Ideals. The Ideals from March 1959 on the Checker record banner there. A song entitled Mary's Lamb. Johnny Brantley on lead there. That record came out twice. First in 1959, March of 59. Then a year later, May of 61, was re-released in 61. Don't know why that happened. Maybe it was with the revival of the music. I don't know, with Times Square Records or Slim Rose. I don't know what happened, but anyway, it came out twice. So if you collectors collect the Checker label like I do, you'll have 2 copies of that 45. enough of my babbling here. Let's continue here for this next vocal group. They are from Washington, D.C., and they were extremely successful in the early to mid-1950s as they placed 21 songs on the R&B Billboard charts. 19 of them were top 10, mainly for the Atlantic label, although their debut single came out on the Rainbow label in late 1950. Here is their fifth release on Atlantic, and both sides were hits on the R&B charts, as the B-side was called I Played the Fool. That was a great tune. They Do was number 3. Now, the A-side was a little better, was number 2 on the Billboard R&B charts. Features John Buddy Bailey on lead. Actually does lead on both sides of this 45. And he was predominantly the main lead for the Clovers. This one from October 1952, the Clovers on Atlantic, with their tune called Hey, Miss Fanny.
Here comes Fanny walking down the street. She walks so groovy and she talks so sweet. Hey, Miss Fanny, you sure look fine. Tell me, please, will you be mine? Hey, now, Miss Fanny. Hey, now, please be mine. You've become my heart's disease. Listen to me, baby, please. You got me just mad for you. Please don't drive me crazy too. Hey now, Miss Fanny. Hey now, oh, please be mine. Well, let's go out and have a ball. I love you, baby, and that ain't all. I don't care what your mama says. Let's have a good time anyway. Hey now, Miss Fanny. Hey now, please be mine. Come on, baby, let's go downtown. Rock, jump, mess around. We'll go to cabarets and bars. We'll hang out till after hours. Hey now, Miss Fanny. Hey now, oh, please be mine. Sugar sweet, so are you. I'm just crazy about the way you do. My heartstrings just go zing zing every time you strut that thing. Hey now, Miss Fanny. Hey now, oh, please be mine.
Those are the great Clovers. The Clovers there with an early side October 1952 release on the Yellow Atlantic label for you collectors out there. John Buddy Bailey on lead there. Hey, Miss Fanny. Somebody else does that record. I know it's running through my head. It'll come to me. It'll come to me as we continue here. And I was saddened to hear of the passing of Lee Andrews. Lee Andrews, a lead singer of the Hearts. He passed away on March 16th. Actually, a couple people called the house here. They didn't know that he passed away. They saw my post that I posted one of his later recordings on the Jordan label, and they contacted me, and I said, I saw the post. I forget, then Charlene, she sent me an email and mentioned it also, and he did so many records, so many great records through the years, a very important artist to this music that we all love, but was saddened to hear this. And he's one of the finest groups to come out of Philadelphia. He left us with some great songs. We'll always remember classics that he did, Long Lonely Nights and Teardrops and Try the Impossible, and oh so many more. I've picked out some for tonight as we pay tribute to the late Lee Andrews. And here's a B-side to his third release on Eddie Heller's Rainbow label. It's a song he wrote, this one from July of 1954. The late Lee Andrews and the Hearts here on Rainbow Records. Give a listen to the tune. It's called The Fairest.
You're the fairest of them all, and I love you so. Why did you treat me this way? I'm a lonesome and blue and so crazy over you. I love you in the morning, I love you in the evening, I love you when the moon shines bright. I want you to know that I love you so. I love you, love you, love you so. Why did you go away? Why did you stay? Why did you treat me this way? I'm a lonesome and blue and so crazy over you. I love you in the morning, I love you in the evening, I love you when the moon shines bright. I want you to know that I love you so. I love you, love you, love you so. Why did you go away? Why did you stay? Why did you treat me this way? I'm a lonesome and blue and so crazy over you. So crazy over
July 1954 release there for Lee Andrews and the Hearts. Lee Andrews and the Hearts on the Rainbow record label. That is the B-side of the 45. Some distortion on that. I'm not happy about that. Song entitled The Fairest. I think the Bells of St. Mary was the A-side of that 45 there anyway. And I pulled out, I think, I have 8 records that hopefully we'll get to this evening, sprinkled out throughout the show. So we will pay tribute to the late Lee Andrews. Let's continue here. And here's a song I first heard on the Gus Gossard Show. Posted a scan of this label on my Facebook page, as this, believe it or not, really is a hard 45 to find on the original label. The original extra label came out on Ben Smith's extra label, and it's the group's debut single, co-written by the lead singer. His name is Johnny Marcy. This one from 1957. Gus used to play this quite a bit. I remember getting it on that album. Has a few volumes of the Gus Gossard albums. Remember getting it first on that. But let's give a spin to the Young Tones. This is on the extra label, and the tune is called You I Adore.
Boom, 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 boom.
I love you, you know I do. I missed you, you know it's true. Oh my darling, for it's you I adore. Please come back, please come back. Oh my darling, do come back. 'Cause I love you, and it's you I adore.
That's a Gus Gossard favorite there on Ben Smith's Extra record label. Actually, I think Ben Smith is playing saxophone on that because he had his own band back in the late 40s, early 50s. Yes, he did, but that was his record label there, Ben Smith's Extra label. The Young Tones, 1957, Johnny Marcion lead, song entitled You I Adore. That record resurfaced in the early 1960s as Extra Records was repressed a lot of their records, but the big print, and it's easy to tell the originals from the second pressings. Just enough of my babbling here. Let's continue. Let's flip over an ultra rare 45 I played last week out of Los Angeles, California on the Model label. I featured the A-side, a song called Loretta. Now the B-side is worth a spin also before I file it back down in the no humidity basement, as there is very little instrumentation behind this vocal group, and this is on the Model label out of Pasadena, California. Mentions two vocalists, Don Trotter and Al Perry. They also wrote the tune. Let's give it a spin. It's from 1955. These are the Coins on Model, with a B-side, their song called Please.
Darling, tell me you love me. Please, please, tell me you do. Please tell me you care. Please, darling, tell me you want me. Please, please, tell me you do. Please tell me you care. I'll give you all of my loving. I'll thrill you through and through and through to prove that I really do love you. I'll give my heart to you. Darling, tell me you love me. Please, please, tell me you do. Please tell me you care. To think that you don't even want me, it hurts me through and through and through. To think that you don't even love me, you break my heart in two. Please don't deny me. Please, please give me a chance, and I'll prove true. Are we through? So true to you. Are we
Sounds of 1955 here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. They don't make records like that anymore. No, they don't. Those are the Coins on the Model label out of Pasadena, California, song entitled Please. Please tune in to Johnny G every Saturday from 10 to midnight right here on Top Shelf Oldies. This is my all 50s and early 60s edition of the show. Next Saturday will be my all 60s, 1964 and later sound. So if you dig on the 60s, you want to tune in next Saturday night right here on Top Shelf Oldies. So let's continue. Let's go back to my tribute to the late Lee Andrews, as this is one of my favorites that he recorded on Ivan Ballin's Gotham label out of Philadelphia, PA. It's the second of three he had on the Gotham label, as Lee also wrote this tune. It's from July of 1956. Lee Andrews and the Hearts on Gotham with their tune called Lonely Room.
In my lonely room, the memories fade like the smoke out of the blue. My darling, tell me, what will I do? I'm still crying in my lonely room. Do you remember all those things, the things we said before we had to part, and all you left is a broken heart. I'm still crying in my lonely room. The memories of you keep lingering in my heart. You said we were through right from the start, but I can't go on dreaming of you. There's nothing left to do but cry in my lonely room. I wonder who's holding you tonight, and if you're wondering if I'm alright, I'm still crying in my lonely room. The memories of you keep lingering in my heart. You said we were through right from the start, but I can't go on dreaming of you. There's nothing left to do but cry in my lonely room. The memories are too hard for me to bear, and when I look I find no one there, and still crying in my lonely room.
Ivan Ballin's Gotham record label out of Philadelphia, PA. The great Lee Andrews and the Hearts, July 1956 release there. Song entitled Lonely Room. I like that song, they do, really do, by them. And that record has two variations for you collectors out there. I have them both. The first variation is two sets of single straight lines. Those of you watching on the Ustream, that's the copy that I just played. The other one has two sets of like double thin straight lines. Don't know why they did that or what the reason was. Maybe two different pressing plants. I don't know. That's probably the possibility on that one. Let's continue here. Let's flip over another 45 from last week's 50s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show on Saul Rabinowitz's Baton label. I played the second of two by this New York City vocal quintet known as the Suburbans. The side I featured was called Leave My Gal Alone, which we're going to give a listen to the flip side of the 45, also written by the bass of the group, that being Sylvester Bradford. This side features Cortez Franklin on lead again. This one from April of 57, the Suburbans on baton. Their tune called My First and Last Romance.
My first and last romance starts and ends with you, and I will be true. Oh, my first and last romance started with a glance when I first met you. Yes, your eyes excited me. I knew there and then I must have you for a very my first and last romance started with a thrill, and it lingers still.
April 1957 release there by the Suburbans. Cortez Franklin on lead for that one, the second of two they recorded on Saul Rabinowitz's Baton Records out of New York City. My First and Last Romance. It starts with you, yes. The Top Shelf Oldies listeners, hope you're digging on the tunes every Saturday or this Saturday evening right here on Top Shelf Oldies. Let's continue here. We heard from the Clovers, who were from Washington, D.C. Well, here is another group out of Washington, D.C. They had 4 releases on a major label, that being the RCA record label, but none, unfortunately, became hits. I posted this one on my Facebook page. It's an early one from October of 1951. Poor promotion is what I'm going to have to say with RCA. They didn't know how to promote these rhythm and blues vocal groups. They did not. Not that there were a lot on the label. There were, though, especially in the early stages and later on. As they got into soul, they got much better. That is a fact. But I guess bad promotion and personal problems with the group spelled disaster for this group, unfortunately. But this is their debut single, written by the lead singer. His name is Robert Evans. Listen to this one from October 1951. These are the Heartbreakers on RCA with their tune called Heartbreaker.
Heartbreaker, I fell in love with you. Heartbreaker, you broke my heart in two. Love me so. You were all mine. I know it was never so. That was only your line. Oh yes, you heartbreaker. You did my heart so wrong. Heartbreaker, I won't cry for long. Though I fell in love with you, love and I are really through. I'm a heartbreaker from now on.
I fell in love with you. Loving I am really through. I'm a heartbreaker from now on.
Like that tune there. That's an early side from October 1951. The Heartbreakers on RCA with their tune called Heartbreaker. First of four they recorded on RCA, and not easy to find the stock copy on that one, that kind of greenish RCA label there for that one. Let's move on here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Back to my tribute to the late Lee Andrews. I would have to say that his signature song would probably have to be Long Lonely Nights, which did not chart as high as the other two national releases he had that made it up to number 45 and number 33 on Cashbox. I think it was Teardrops and Why Do I? No, Try the Impossible. Those were the other two. But this first came out on Jocko. No, actually, I take it back. This record only made it up to 45 on the Billboard charts, 33 on Cashbox. The other two, which was Teardrops and Try the Impossible, they were higher on the national charts. That's what I meant to say. As Long Lonely Nights first came out on Jocko Henderson's and Barry Golder's mainline label, the record started selling in the Philadelphia area, and then the group performed it on Dick Clark's American Bandstand one afternoon, and then it really started to take off. And mainline just couldn't handle mass producing that record, so Leonard Chess came into the picture and he distributed it nationally on the Chess label, while the mainline sold locally in Philadelphia. But I'm playing the B-side to Long Lonely Nights here, featuring it on the Chess record label. It is an up-tempo side. Usually Lee Andrews and the Hearts not known for their up-tempos, but I like this one. This one first came out on the mainline label in June of 57, then a month later released on Chess, as we remember Lee Andrews and the Hearts. This one on Chess, the B-side of Long Lonely Nights, is a song called The Clock.
Tick, tick, tock, tick, tick, tock. Will somebody make it stop? Well, tick, tick, tock. That no good noisy cloud. Well, I long to hear my baby, but all I ever hear is tick, tick, tock, tick another clock. Ring, ring, ring. There goes that alarm again. Well, ring, 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 ring. That thing driving me insane. Well, I long to have a baby, but all I ever hear is tick, tick, tock, tick another clock. It's somebody call my name. It's somebody playing a game. You want it on the phone. Well, if it's not my baby, then I'm not at home. I just sit here and listen to the ticking of the clock. She's been 24 hours away from me. You know I'm long for my baby. Oh, where can she be? Is that the front door? No, no, then it could only be the clock. Somebody playing a game. You want it on the phone. Well, if it's not my baby, then I'm not at home. I just sit here and listen to the ticking of the clock. She's been 24 hours away from me. You know I'm long for my baby. Oh, where can she be? Is the clock.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's the B-side to Long Lonely Nights, the late Lee Andrews on lead there. Lee Andrews and the Hearts. July 1957, played it on the Chess record label. That one was distributed nationally, as Mainline was just in Philadelphia. And Lee did not do a lot of the up-tempos. Other guys in the group, they sang lead on a lot of the up-tempos or the earlier sides by the group. But anyway, we will remember Lee Andrews throughout the show. So let's continue here, and let's flip over another 45 from last week's Vinyl Treasure Show on Steve Samuel's High Tone record label out of New York City. I played the jump side of this 45, a song called Chinese Boogie. And the ballad, the flip side, is a killer ballad. This one features Frank Anderson on the organ, as that is mentioned on the label. This one from November of 58. They're called the High Tones. The High Tones on the High Tone label. And the tune is called I'm a Fool.
I know I broke your heart, for this I must pay. How I remember, dear, the night you went away. Yes, I broke a lover's rule, for this I've been a fool. I've been a fool. I can't ask forgiveness. I know that I was wrong. With you I tried to play a game, but I played the game too long. And now I broke a lover's rule. For this I've been a fool. I've been a fool. Well, darling, yes, I wipe away the tears as I dream of you every night. I remember how things would have been, my dear, if only I treated you right. Yes, this loneliness, my darling, is driving me insane. It reminds me of the things I did and the way you call my name. Yes, I broke a lover's rule. For this I've been a fool. I've been a fool. My darling, is driving me insane. It reminds me of the things I did and the way you call my name. Yes, I broke a lover's rule. For this I've been a fool. I've been a fool.
Yeah, those are the High Tones. The High Tones on the High Tone label, spelled with an H-Y. Not H-I or H-I-G-H. No, the High Tones from November 1958. Song entitled I'm a Fool. Johnny G ain't no fool, that is for sure. But I love to spin my 1950s and early 60s original vinyl 45s for you, the Top Shelf Oldies listeners, every Saturday from 10 to midnight right here on Top Shelf Oldies. Let's continue here for this R&B singer from Nashville, Tennessee, born Versal Eugene Allison. Did I say that right? Yes. Versal, that's his name. Versal Eugene Allison started out singing in the church choir and gospel groups, which got the attention of songwriter and producer Ted Jarrett, who was associated with the Calvert label out of Nashville, Tennessee, and he signed him to the label, where this artist released 2 on the Calvert label. And here's his second with Jimmy Beck and his band, which was the band for the Calvert label, the local house band, as this record would later be picked up by the Decca label for national distribution, because I have this on the Decca label too. But I'm featuring the B-side of the 45 by Gene Allison. Gene Allison here. It's from January 1957. Give a listen to his tune. It's called Somebody Somewhere.
Gonna let me, but that don't worry me. Mama done told me what's gonna be will be. Someday soon, something gonna happen to me. Yeah, somebody, somewhere, somebody, somewhere, yeah, somebody, somewhere, somebody, somewhere. Somebody somewhere make me out someday, yeah, yeah. You gotta read just what you saw. Don't know where, don't know when. Can't lose every time. One day I'm gonna win. Today may be cloudy, sun gonna shine again. Hey, somebody somewhere, somebody somewhere, yeah, somebody somewhere, somebody somewhere, somebody somewhere, make me happy. Read just what you saw. Don't know where, don't know when. Can't lose every time. One day I'm gonna win. Today may be cloudy, sun gonna shine again. Hey, somebody somewhere, somebody somewhere, yeah, somebody somewhere, somebody somewhere. Somebody somewhere make me out someday, yeah, 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 yeah. Somebody somewhere, somebody somewhere, yeah, somebody somewhere, somebody somewhere, somebody somewhere make me out someday.
It's a cool rockin' tune there from January 1957 on the Calvert label, the original label Calvert Records out of Nashville, Tennessee. Gene Allison. Gene Allison's his name. A song entitled Somebody Somewhere. A few collectors out there, you can get it on the Decca label also. Unfortunate that we lost Gene Allison February 25th, 2004. At the age of 69, passed away from liver and kidney failure. But we remember him here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Let's continue. Let's go back to Philadelphia, PA. For this next group, they had 2 releases that came out on Herb Slotkin's Grand record label, and I posted this one on my Facebook wall. I had some comments on the title, a word in the title that was incorrect on how they typed it, and they did it a lot on a lot of these 1950s songs with the type and the words that they chose. They just chose the wrong word, but I'll tell you about it. But the lead singer of this group would eventually become a member of Lee Andrews' Hearts. And he recorded with the Hearts without Lee Andrews. And I think later on when Lee rejoined the Hearts, or the New Hearts group, he was with the group also. But prior to that, he was lead of this Philadelphia group called the Angels. And they had 2 records on the Grand label. Wedding Bells Are Ringing is a good one that they do. That's their first one. That's more common than their second. And I'm featuring their second on Grand. It's the harder of the two. The lead singer is Sonny Gordon. This one from January 1955, The Angels on Grand. And the funny thing about this is the song is called You're Still My Baby, and they spell it with Y-O-U-R. That's not how it's supposed to be spelled. Anyway, but it's a cool tune. Let's give it a spin. The Angels here on Grand with their tune called You're Still My Baby.
You're gone away. Let me alone. Ain't got nobody to call my own. Bye bye, baby. Lots of luck, darling. You're still my baby. I told you I'd love you time and time again. I'm sorry, baby, you just couldn't understand. Bye bye, baby. Lots of luck, darling. You're still my baby. Now you may be far away, and you may be still in town, but all I want to know is, what did I do? Why did you put me down? Lord, have mercy, my heart's in pain. It seems I always play losing game. Bye bye, baby. Lots of luck, darling. You're still my baby.
I like that record there. I like that record. Yes, I do. The Angels with Sonny Gordon on lead, January 1955 on Herb Slotkin's Grand record label there. Song entitled You're Still My Baby, spelled Y-O-U-R. Yes, that is wrong for sure. John G here, spinning original vinyl 45s out of my collection. Rare ones, 2 rare ones in a row. This one a little bit more expensive than that Grand 45, as I featured this one before on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Actually, a great 2-sided 45 on George Gollner's Gone label, but not much is known about the group, but a very rare one to find. You can find it on the multicolor Gone, but not the original black label. This one from 1957. These are the Deltas, a very fast record. The Deltas on Gone with their tune called Lamp Light.
Do da 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 do da 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 do da da whoa whoa do da 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 do da 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 do da da whoa whoa.
Like Lord, my love for you continually grows. I'll love you, darling, with my heart and soul. Will you ever understand? I dream of you night
1957 release there for the Deltas. The Deltas on the Gone record label, song entitled Lamplight. When I first heard that record back in sometime in the early 1970s, one of the oldies stations played it, and they didn't mention the title. And I couldn't understand that they were saying Lamplight. And if you listen to that song, what would you think that the title was? And I kept on writing it down. Will you ever understand? Will you ever understand? I don't think I even knew the group at the time. Because somebody played it on the radio. I didn't know who it was. So I'd go in a record store and I'd say, do you have a record called Will You Ever Understand? And he's looking at me like, what are you talking about? Imagine going into a store asking somebody in the 1970s if they knew about that record. There was no way that was ever going to happen. And then I eventually found out about it. Somebody had, I think, Jimmy Vieira. I think I bought my first copy on the multicolor label. I think he charged me $50 back then. I can't tell you what I paid for this Black Gone label one. It was very expensive. Yes, it was. Well, enough of my babbling here. Johnny G here spinning original vinyl 45s out of my collection. Let's continue here. Here's another rare 45, but this one's out of Los Angeles, California on the Impala label, and this label was owned by Mabel Weathers, and this was the only release on her label as she managed a group called the Echoes. The Echoes, who recorded for the Combo label. They also recorded for the Specialty label. Darlene Love was a member of the Echoes on Combo, as she does a lead on one of the sides that they do. I have played it here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, but they are backing up this lead vocalist who goes by the name of Sonny Roberts, and it's the only release for Sonny Roberts, and I like this tune a lot. It's a song written by the first tenor of the Echoes. His name is Elmo Jones Jr. This one from March of 1958, Sonny Roberts and the Echoes on Impala, a song called I'll Never Let You Go. That tune there by Sonny Roberts and the Echoes, March 1958, release there on the Impala record label out of Los Angeles, California. The only release on that Impala label, that style label there. Song entitled I'll Never Let You Go. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Saw this girl group 45 in the box when I was filing back some 45s, and I wanted to play it again because I like this record. Both sides are excellent in my opinion. Came out on Donald Shaw's Neptune label out of Newark, New Jersey, and it's the only release for this girl group. They're called the Del Rios. It features Audrey Bryant on lead. This one from September 1959, the Del Rios on Neptune, with their tune called Wait, Wait, Wait. Girl group sounds here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Gonna have to do another girl group special. Received a lot of nice words about that girl group special. Gonna do another one soon. But those are the, as I lost my place here, those are the Del Rios. Yes, the Del Rios with Audrey Bryant on lead there. September 1959 release on the Neptune label. The Del Rios with Wait, Wait, Wait. I need that endorsers on Neptune Records. Day of the Rave, you got to find that 45. I will pay you handsomely for that record if you do find it. Anyway, enough of my babbling here. Let's continue. And here's another flip side from last week's Vinyl Treasure Show, as Bopper Boy Warren requested the B-side of this 45 by this vocal quintet from Long Beach, California, called the Invictas. I played the jump side of the 45, a song called Nelly, but that was the B-side. Let's give a spin to the A-side on Jack Wenzel's Jack B record label. Came out from Downey, California. That's where the label was located. Features John Perkins on lead. This one from July of 59, the Invictas on Jack B, and their tune called Gone So Long.
Yes, you've been gone so long. I want you to come back home to Italy.
Gone so long, and I want you to come back home. I know done you wrong, and I want you to come on back home.
Bum 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 bum.
Gone so long,
back home, come back home.
I never knew anyone like you. I never knew I could love somebody like you.
She's been gone
So long, and I've got tears in my eyes. I know you will be alright. I want you to come on back home.
They're called the Invictas. The Invictas there. John Perkins doing lead on that one there, July 1959 on the Jack B label. Jack B Records out of Downey, California. Gone So Long is the name of that one. This record would be re-released again in 1963 as a B-side on the Vault label. And John Perkins, he changed his name to Sonny Patterson. So if you own that 45, it's by Sonny Patterson and the Invictas. Anyway, Jaji here spinning original vinyl 45s out of my collection. We do it every Saturday from 10 to midnight right here on Top Shelf Oldies. Next Saturday will be my All 60s show, 1964 to the early 70s. So if you like those sounds, you want to tune in next Saturday evening. Let's stay out in California, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with Johnny Mathis. If you're familiar with Johnny Mathis, you know chances are, well, Johnny Mathis had a brother that sang lead with a vocal group. And actually, it's this next vocal group that I'm playing here on the turntable, as this group formed in Los Angeles, California. And Ralph Mathis is the lead singer, and that is Johnny Mathis's brother, and he gets credit on the label. And this is the lone release for the group. It's on Lenora Rupe's Ebb label out of Los Angeles, California. Let's give it a spin from February 58, The Ambers. The Ambers will with Ralph Mathis, Johnny's brother, on lead on Ebb Records. The song is called Never Let You, Never Let You Go.
I can't live without you. I'll never let you go.
Tumape, 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 tuliwap.
Tumape, 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 tuliwap. Tumape, 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 tuliwap. Tumape, 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 tuliwap.
Do a do a do, wap, do a do a do.
You know I love you so. I'll never let you go. I love you so.
Do a do a do, wap, do a do a do.
You're oh so sweet. You're walking down the street. You're right on my beat.
Do a do a do, wap, do a do.
You've got me where you want me. You know that it's true. Oh yes, my darling, I
do-a-do-a-do, wop-do-a-do-a-do.
Oh, you know I love you so. Oh, I'll never let you go. Oh, I love you so. Oh, I'll never let you go.
February 1958, release for a group called The Ambers. The Ambers on Ebb. Song entitled Never Let You Go features Ralph Mathis on lead. Now, if Johnny took lessons from his brother, I probably would have bought more Johnny Mathis records, because I definitely would have bought that record if I heard it back in 1958. But I couldn't because I wasn't born yet. No, I wasn't. John G here, spinning original vinyl 45s out of my collection. We do it every Saturday right here on Top Shelf Oldies. Got a group from Newport News, Virginia. That is the same place that the Great Five Keys are from, and this is this group's debut single. Came out on the Groove label in 1956, a song called Chains Around My Heart. They recorded on other labels too, and here is a classic by them on the Unart label, a subsidiary of United Artists. And this one was recorded in January of 1958, but it wasn't released until December of 58. And I saw them perform this on one of those T.J. Lubinsky specials on PBS with the original lead. The original lead, his name is Raphael Ingram. He is doing lead on this. This classic record from December 58. I'm talking about the Avalons on Unart, and their tune called Heart's Desire.
You're my heart's desire. You're my heart's desire. You are my heart's desire. You set my soul on fire. Your lips are close to mine. You'll find you're my heart's desire. No other love could be as sweet as yours to me. Oh, darling, can't you plainly see you're my heart's desire? No other dream could replace that lonely, that empty space, and fill my heart with the love. For it's you I'm dreaming of. There's one thing I know, that wherever you may go, I'll forever keep on loving you so. You're my heart's desire. You are my heart's desire.
December 1958 release there for the Avalons. The Avalons on the Unart record label. Raphael Ingram on lead there. Their tune called Heart's Desire. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. 50s in the first hour, 60s in the second. Actually, we are longer than an hour. Have I? Wait, it started at 10. It's 11:16 already. And on last week's show, I played the A side of this 45 on Hugh Whitlow's Wheel label. A label out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. The group is also out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. They were known as the Crowns. And the side that I played was called Heartbreaking Train. But we're going to give a spin to the B side of of the 45. Before I file it back down in the no humidity basement, this one has Charles Burton on lead. They're called The Crowns. This one released in November of 59, The Crowns on Wheel, with their tune called Lonely for You.
Lonely for you. Oh, I'm so lonely. Oh, I'm so lonely. Oh, I'm so lonely, lonely for you. I'm on hoping that you hurry home, my darling, hurry home to me. I'm so lonely, lonely, lonely for you, lonely for you. I don't go anywhere, without you. I don't do anything without you. I don't even go to the teenage house. Cause I can't stroll, I can't scratch, well I can't even do the fly.
That group called The Crowns from November of 1959. Charles Burton on lead there on the Wheel record label. I like that song. Yes, I do. Lonely for You is the name of the tune. Johnny G is Lonely for You every Saturday night right here on Top Shelf Oldies. Starting at 10 p.m., play my original vinyl 45s. Let's continue here. Got a couple more to go here in the 1950s, and really can't tell you much about this next 45, except that it's out of Philadelphia, PA. It was pressed by the Cameo Parkway pressing plant, because I see in the dead wax those common stampers that you see in those Cameo presses. And the publishing company is Conley Music, which was owned by Bob Crew and Frank Slay. So maybe they owned they own this label and publishing. Maybe they own the pressing plant. I don't know. The writers are Robert Sanders and Earl Fay, and it came out on a label called Fawn, F-A-W-N, Fawn Records. Let's give this one a spin. He goes by the name of Dutch London. Dutch London. This one came out in September of 59. Dutch London on Fawn. Give a listen to his tune. It's called Each Day.
Each day, my love, I pray for you. Each day, I sit alone and cry over you. Each day Lord above to visit me like your love. I pray that someday I'll never cry again. I pray that you'll come to me. Now that the Lord has heard my prayer, oh, now I know you really care. Now that you returned to me, you're mine throughout eternity, and I thank the Lord above for sending back my love.
September 1959 release there for Dutch London. How many people do you know named Dutch? Last time I heard Dutch was when I went out to dinner with one of my working associates, and we said we were going to pay for it Dutch. That's Dutch London. Dutch London on the Fawn label out of Philadelphia, PA. Their song entitled Each Day. Each Day. Forgot to mention that I lost 2 more pounds at on Weight Watchers this week. So I've been going for 10 weeks now, and I lost 33.8 pounds on this program. I'm really happy about that. It is easier for guys. You gals are going to have a more difficult time of losing the weight. It just happens, just the nature of men and women. But for guys, I mean, I haven't even really been exercising a lot. I really don't have much time with the traveling back and forth to Newark, New Jersey. I just don't have the time. Sometimes it's like almost 4 hours a day that I travel, but the traffic is awful. But anyway, I am really happy with the program, that is for sure. John G here spinning original vinyl 45s out of my collection. Let's continue here. Up next, a girl group from the Bronx, New York. They formerly recorded as the Claremonts on Bess Berman's Apollo record label, but when Apollo executive Charles Merenstein formed a label called Doe Records, he had them record for him, and they changed the name of the group to the Tonettes. They recorded 2 on the Doe label. The first one came out in January of 58 on Doe Records, was picked up by ABC Paramount. It features Josie Allen on lead, and I'm playing the one on ABC Paramount. Actually, there are 2 variations of the release with slightly different versions. They're ever so slightly different. If you really know the song, you can tell the difference easily. I know I can, but let's give this one a spin from February 1958. These are the Tonettes with Josie Allen on lead, ABC Paramount Records. The tune is called Oh, What a Baby.
First time I saw you, baby.
February 1958, released there by the Tonettes. Tonettes there, Josie Allen on lead for that one. Featured it on the ABC Paramount record label. If you listen closely, that was the alternate version, the second version. That was not the one that came out on Doe. They're slightly different. That sax break and at the end of the record are really where you can tell the difference. You can. But that's a cool tune. I like that one there. Oh, What a Baby is the name of that one. They like that one there in the Top Shelf Oldies chat. And of course, the same group that backed up Vince Castro on Bong Bong, another great tune that Vince Castro and the Tonettes do. John G here, spinning my original vinyl 45s out of my collection. We do it every Saturday from 10 to midnight. And let's continue back to my tribute to Lee Andrews. He had a number of solo recordings without the Hearts. And here is one on Mickey Goldner's Casino label, as Lee is backed up by a chorus on this one, but not his group, The Hearts. And I'm playing the intended A-side of the 45. It's a song he wrote, Casino Records, this one from July of 59, as we pay tribute to the late Lee Andrews. The name of the tune is called I Wonder.
I wonder, do you love me the way you say you do? Are you just pretending? Please tell me, please say you do. I wonder, do you need me with all your heart and soul? And if you really love me, please tell me I'm the one to know. For every road has its winding. Maybe, perhaps, this is mine. For everyone has a bright tomorrow. With the help of a prayer, I'll find that you really want me the way you say you do. But suppose you don't love me, then I wonder for the rest of my life. Wonder for the rest of my
July 1959 release there, the late Lee Andrews. Solo effort by him, Lee Andrews, on Casino Records, a song he wrote, song entitled I Wonder. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. On last week's show, I played a 45 by Al McGee, a song called Lucky Joe, on a label out of Los Angeles, California. It was called Aries Records. Now, that 45 came out twice, and once in 61, then again in 1962. Now, the 45 I played last week was the 62 release that was on like this aqua blue label, and it mentions the arranger Charles Wright on that press. And when I was going through my record boxes, filing some records back, I came across the 61 press, which is on a dark maroon label, totally different looking label, Aries Records, and no mention of Charles Wright. And I'm going to play that maroon B-side. We're going to flip over Lucky Joe, and it's 2 seconds longer on this version versus the other one. So I don't know, maybe it's the same recording. I didn't really compare the two. But the spelling of the name is different too, because on the first press from 61, he spells his name M-A-C-G-E-E, MacGee. But on the one I played last week, he spells it M-A-C-G-E-E. space Gee. So I don't know what was going on with this guy, but anyway, let's give a spin to the flip side here from 1961. Al McGee on Aries with his tune called, I didn't write it down, You Can Count on Me.
Just you wait and see, you can count on me. I got a long ways before I get home, just like I promised on the telephone. I'll be there, make you happy, you can count on me.
...1961 release there by Al McGee. Al McGee on the Aries record label. Song entitled You Can Count on Me. Charlene, you got to change it on my sheet. I did not change the title from last week just for our database there. You got to change that anyway. Johnny is spinning original vinyl 45s out of my collection. And Warren entered and Anna entered. We into the chat room here. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Many of you are familiar with this Harlem, New York group known as the Channels. Earl Lewis and the boys put out some great songs in the 50s and early 60s on many different labels, Whirling Disc, Gone Fury, a whole bunch of other labels there. And with the revival of the music in the early 70s, they continued to sing. And I remember I was tuned in one night to the Gus Gossard show, and I heard this record, actually both sides of this record, and I thought it was, they covered this one like in the early 60s, but it wasn't. They put this record out in 1971, actually a slew of records they released between 1971 and 1974 with the revival of the early 70s, and Gus Gossard was the one that really turned me on to both sides of this 45. As the group, the Channels, they were resurrected in 1971 on their own label called Channel Records, and the A-side of the 45 was their rendition of the song Gloria. And I'm going to play the flip right now, the flip side of the record. And it was Gus Gossard that brought this one to my attention. I remember writing into Disco Disc, was where I used to buy all my 45s through the mail, and I asked them if they had this one. They sold me this for 75 cents back in 1971. Features Earl Lewis on lead, Earl Lewis and the Channels on the Channel label from 1971. This is the B-side of the 45, a song called You Said You Love Me.
You said you love me so, oh, but baby,
1971 there for Earl Lewis and the Channel, still performing today. Yes, Earl Lewis still singing today. Channel Records, that's the B-side of the 45, song called You Said You Loved Me, tune that Gus Gossard turned me on to. Gus Gossard also turned me on to this next 45. We stay with the Gus Gossard theme, and I heard this one on his show. Another group out of Philadelphia, PA, first recorded for the Red Top label back in 1960. They were known as the Twilights. Then they became Tony and the Twilights. Now, Tony, he was really Anthony Tony Moresco, and he also would record on the Herald label as the Dynamics and then as this group. This is the first of two on the Mercury record label, written by Johnny Madera and David White, and I'm featuring this one on a green labeled vinyl promo. That's the way you want this 45. This one from February 1963, Anthony and the Sophomores. Anthony and the Sophomores on Mercury with their tune called Play Those Oldies, Mr. DJ.
When those oldies play, we listen. Makes us start a reminiscent. When we hear those oldies spinning, it always makes us start reminiscing. It reminds us of those good times just a couple years ago. So Mr. DJ, play those oldies we all love so.
Remember.
Don't remember me. Earth ain't you. Where can she be tonight? Show me in the still of the night. Yes, those old songs that we're singing brings back melodies of long ago. So Mr. DJ, keep on playing those oldies we all love so. Those oldies we're singing of long ago are the songs my group and I love so. That's why when we hear from the Hall of Fame, we know each and every song by name. When those oldies play, we listen. Makes us start a reminiscent. Mr. DJ, play those oldies a couple years ago. Oh, Mr. DJ, keep on playing those oldies we all love for. Oldies we all love for. Oldies we all love so.
Gus Gossard would start off his show with that record every weekend. Every weekend he would. Anthony and the Sophomores there. Anthony Tony Moresco on lead there. February 1963 release on the Mercury record label. Play Those Oldies, Mr. DJ. Unfortunate that we lost Tony Moresco. He was a diabetic, and that's what he passed away from. I don't recall the year, but I remember that he was very popular in the Philadelphia area for sure. But left us with a lot of cool tunes. John G here spinning original vinyl 45s every Saturday right here on Top Shelf Oldies. Back to Los Angeles, California. Ultra Rare 45 on the turntable. This is on the Tory LTD record label. Posted this one on my Facebook page. Original copies of this are very expensive. You can find the bootlegs. Were pressed by I'm going to say who, but I know who it is. One of the record dealers out of the state of Nevada, if you know who they are, who pressed this one up to sell as a bootleg, but it's by Charles Andrea and the High Tones. Now, Charles Andrea is really Charles Smith. He gets writer credit on this 45, and Ferdy lists this one as a 1961 release, but the copyright posting, Charlene found out, is from April of 1960. So let's give this one a spin. A great tune out of California, Charles Andrea and the High Tones, with their tune called Didn't We Have a Nice Time?
My darling, we have party. Darling, we dine. But why are you crying? Why are you sighing? Tell me, didn't we have a nice time? A very nice time. Darling, you're so wonderful. Sweet, oh so grand. But why are you crying? My love's undying. Dry your eyes, come on and smile. Didn't we have a nice time? A very nice time. I'm sorry, so sorry, losing my cool. I know now I was to blame. Oh, darling, please forgive this fool. I'm sorry for what I said. Oh, please forgive me. I was wrong. Please forgive me. Don't send me home. Let's talk it over. Come on and smile. Didn't we have a nice time? Didn't we? Tell me, didn't we? Didn't we have a nice time?
Rare California, ultra rare California. Get it on the original label there. Charles Andrea and the High Tones, April 1960 release on the Tory record, Tory Ltd record label there. Didn't we have a nice time? We always have a nice time here on the Vinyl Treasure Show every Saturday from 10 to midnight. So you're going to want to tune in here. Also, you can see me on the Ustream broadcast live, where you can see me holding up the 45s. I also recorded for YouTube. I posted there. I forgot to post my streaming show on my website, vinyltreasures.net. Got shows there. You can download or stream the shows there on my website. Let's continue here. Back to Philadelphia, PA, as last week I featured the second release by this group called the Lydells on Carlos Terzano's master label. The song I played was called Teenage Years. Now, the flip side of the 45 could be considered an answer tune to their first release, which was their biggest hit, a song called The Wizard of Love. The flip side talks about not a wizard, but talks about a genie. Features Gary Young on lead. This one from late 1961. The Lydells on the master label. Their tune called Genie of the Lamp.
While walking down the street one day, a little lamp I found. I picked it up and brushed it off. Out came a magic sound.
Well, I'm the genie of the lamp
star. Wish for fame.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The moon, the stars. Anything you know. You better hurry up, the genie's getting mad. Time's a wasting and things are looking bad. Think, think, think.
Well, I'm the genie.
Tick, tick, time.
Hurry up now.
Bum, bum, bum. It's 12 o'clock.
Well, I'm the genie of the lamp, ain't got no time to say. As a matter of fact, ain't got no time to stay. Tired of waiting, your mind's too slow. Stop meditating, I gotta go.
Alakazoo, pep, alakazam. Alakazoo, pep, alakazam. Alakazoo, pep, alakazam. Whoa. Alakazoo, 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 alakazoo.
Those are the Lydells with the Genie of the Lamp on the Master record label for that one, late 1961 release. Let's continue here. We go back to my tribute to the late Lee Andrews, as this 45 is a solo effort by Lee, written by native Philadelphians Bob Marcucci, he was the one who discovered Frankie Avalon and Fabian, also the co-owner of the Chancellor label, and bandleader Peter DeAngelis, who was another part owner of the Chancellor label. They wrote this tune, as done by the late Lee Andrews. Posted this one up on my Facebook page. I have it on yellow vinyl. Looks pretty cool here. It's from June of 1960. This is the late Lee Andrews. It's on Jordan Records. The name of the tune is called If You Only Cared.
If you only loved me the way I love you, if you only cared the way I do, if you find a place inside your heart for me, if you only care. Oh, how happy I'd be. One can never live with only half a love. Two hearts can only give this love I'm dreaming of. Want me, need me, please, and find a place in your heart for me, if you only care. Oh, how happy I'd be. Oh, the world mine, happiness I would find if you loved me, if you only
June 1960 release there for the late Lee Andrews. Lee Andrews on the Jordan label, the Jordan record label there. Song entitled If You Only Cared. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And on last week's Vinyl Treasure Show, I played the B-side of this 45 on Ray Dobard's Music City label. Was the only release for the group. They were known as Lee Durrell and the Tamaras. The song was called You Gave Me Love. But let's give a spin to the intended A-side of the 45 as we go to the lime green looking Music City record label out of Berkeley, California. This one from October 1960, Lee Durrell and the Tamaras with the A side of the record, a song called Party Time.
bumped into the house next door, having a swinging party, and they got room for more. Party time, party time, party time, party time. Oh yeah, party time. Party's hot, everybody's having fun, playing Russian roulette with a loaded gun. Party time, party time, party time, party time. Oh yeah, party time. Just walked in the door. Everybody's drunk, laying on the floor. Party time, party time, party time, party time. Oh yeah, party time. Daylights are creeping under the blinds. Party's over, let's leave the fun behind. Party time, party time, party time, party time. Oh yeah, party time, 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 party time.
It's always party time here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Lee Durrell and the Tamaras, their October 1960 release. That's the A side of the 45, Ray Dobard's Music City record label, song entitled Party Time. What do you say? Russian roulette with a loaded gun. Now, what could he possibly mean by that? I hope he doesn't mean that one literally, and maybe I have to use my imagination with that one. Anyway, John G here, spinning original vinyl 45s out of my collection. Let's continue here with a 45 I really love, as I like both sides of this record. They were almost all the sides by this group out of Pittsburgh were excellent, and the A side of this one was their second biggest hit, as it made it to number 16 on Cashbox, number 7 on Billboard. It was their second biggest hit next to their first, which went all the way to number 1. A song I'm sure that you know, their cover of the tune called Blue Moon. But the flip side was their second biggest hit, a cover of a song called Heartaches. Now, my aunt bought that 45 back in September of 1961, but she played the B-side more than the A-side. It's their fourth of 13 that they did on the Colpix record label. Features Cornelius Harp on lead. This one released in September of 61. I'm featuring the B-side. Love this record here by the Marcells on Colpix. Their tune's called My Love for You.
My love for you is a burning fire that glows with each heartbeat. It's filled with the great desire and shows every time we meet. I'm full of love, all I've got is love. All I ever think about is giving you my love. All my love, baby, take my love. I don't want it, you can have it. All I wanna do is love you. 'Cause all I have to offer you is love.
September 61 release there. Cornelius Harp on lead. Those are the Marcells, Colpix Records. A B-side there, the B-sides to Heartache, song entitled My Love for You. Maybe, just maybe, that Ramtown Mike made a suggestion, was a couple of months ago, that if I can get my aunt here on the air, and it's possibility there may be a connection again being worked on, possibly. And you can speak to her if I can get her here on the radio and tell her about all the records that she turned her nephew onto. It would be nice to see her again and for her to come up here and experience the Vinyl Treasure Show here and play her records, maybe her original scratchy records for you right here on the turntable here. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, John G here spinning original vinyl 45s. We do it every Saturday here on Top Shelf Oldies. We are now in overtime. We'll continue with a little bit here. Let's stay in 61 for this group from Sunset, Louisiana. And they started out recording on the Shasta label back in 1957 as a trio. They were known as Darrell, Gibb, and Ernie. Then they became the High Flyers, also recording on the Shasta record label. They added one more member who became their final lead singer. He goes by the name of Wayne Moore, and then they changed their name to the Four Young Men. Don't know how young they were, but I'm sure they were pretty young when they recorded this one. This one's on the Crest label. This one from April of 61. The Four Young Men on Crest with their tune called Just for Tonight.
Just for the night, hold me in your arms and tell me you love me. Thrill me with your charms. Tomorrow I will have to go, so who will be the one to know? So please be mine just for tonight. I won't ask to be your only one. I know that you're just out to have some fun. Don't talk about the date you had last night. All I want is you just for tonight. Just for tonight. Tell me you are mine. Give your love to me. We have so little time. Maybe we will meet again. Now remember you till then. So please be mine just for tonight. I won't ask to be your only one. I know that you're just out to have some fun. Don't talk about the date you had last night. All I want is you just for tonight. Just for tonight. Tell me you are mine. Give your love. We have so little time. Maybe we will meet again. Now remember you till then. So please be mine just for tonight. Please be mine just for tonight. Please be mine just for tonight.
I hate styrene 45s. Yes, I do. That is and the Crest label, notorious for awful styrene presses, that's for sure. Four Young Men, their April 1961 release on the Crest record label, song entitled Just for Tonight. They do others on the Dore record label. They also backed up Bobby Edwards on You're the Reason, if you have that record on the Crest label. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Actually, Vinyl Treasure Overtime. Here is another record by the late Lee Andrews, as this one charted regionally. This one was number 7 on WSPR out of Springfield, Massachusetts, number 13 on WAAT out of Trenton, New Jersey. Now, he has a backup vocal group here, or a group backing him up. Actually, there were members of the Hearts, of the Dream Lovers, and of the Masters, as we pay tribute to the late Lee Andrews. This one from December 62, as we go to the Parkway label. Lee Andrews with a song called I'm Sorry, Pillow.
I'm sorry, pillow. I try not to cry, but I hurt so much since we said goodbye. She loves another, and my love was true. I'm sorry, pillow. I'll cry to you. I'll hide my sorrow when I'm in a crowd, for I'm so ashamed, and maybe I'm proud. I'll be so lonely through the empty years. I'm sorry, pillow. Please hide my tears. I'm sorry, pillow. Please hide my tears.
As we pay tribute to the late Lee Andrews there. Lee Andrews on the Parkway record label, December 62 release. Song entitled I'm Sorry, Pillow. Let's move on here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. This artist from Williamsburg, Brooklyn, New York. I don't know where that is. I guess maybe he's from Brooklyn, New York, as this one is on the Gambit record label. Now, that's not the first label for this record. Originally, it was on the Whirls label, and not many people know that the Whirls label was the first one for this artist. He has another release on the Metro International called Step Up, has another one on the Roulette record label, but he goes by the name of Paul Anthony. This one from December of 1963, Paul Anthony on Gambit, and his tune called Hello Teardrops, Goodbye Love.
Goodie, goodbye, love. Hello, teardrops. Goodbye, love. Tonight she gave my dreams a shove. They fell down to earth and smashed all apart, and now they are broken just like my heart. Hello, teardrops. Goodie, goodbye, love. Goodbye, love. Hello, teardrops. Goodbye, love. I wonder what she's thinking of. Oh, does she know that I cry each night? Wish she
That is a favorite of Hi-Fi Tim. Hi-Fi Tim, the host of the Hi-Fi Party, Monday evenings here on Top Shelf Oldies 8 to 11. He loves that tune there by Paul Anthony, December 63 release. Featured it on the Gambit record label, a styrene press there that plays pretty nice. That is a nice one there. Hello Teardrops, Goodbye Love first came out on the Whirls label. That is the first press for that one. Let's continue here in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. Last week, I played the debut single or solo single of Sly, Danny Sly Stewart, the lead singer of Sly and the Family Stone. A song called A Long Time Alone came out on the Luke label. Luke label was George Mottola's label. He also produced this record. He wrote the song along with his wife, Ricky Page. He also wrote the flip side. We're going to give it a spin here from November of 61. Danny Sly Stewart on Luke Records. And this one's only available on the Luke label. The flip side, A Long Time Alone, you can get on the G&P label. It will cost you maybe about $300, something $300 or $400 range. But the Luke recording is double that, at least double that for you collectors out there. Let's give it a spin. Danny Sly Stewart on Luke with I'm Just a Fool.
Bum, 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 bum. Do you remember? Bum, bum, bum. Do you remember?
You forgotten me, but I remember you. The little things we used to do. I'm just a fool, fool in love.
Do you remember? Do you remember?
Once I used to be your only pride and joy. Now my heart's broken. Yes it is. I'm just a fool, fool in love. Just a fool in love. You told me you'd always, always be true.
But the loves you gave, they were only
Now I'm alone with a heart that cries. I still love you more, yeah. Each time I hear your name, even though it's all in vain, I'm just a fool, fool in love. In love.
Do you remember?
In love.
Do you remember?
In love.
Do you
November 1961 release there for Danny Sly Stewart. He was Sly of the Family Stone there. That is the B-side to his first release. I'm Just a Fool came out on the Luke record label. Bet you that girl singing in the background was George Mottola's wife, Ricky Page. Bet you that was her singing in the background. Not only was she a writer, she also did some cool recordings during her career. Let's continue. Here we are in Vinyl Treasure Overtime, back out to Los Angeles, California for another girl group here. And this song originally done by a group called The Premiers on the Dore record label in 1961. I didn't write it down on the sheet, but that is correct. 1961. Lou Josie wrote the tune, recorded by the Premiers. But here is a cover here, the first of four for this girl group known as the Victorians. Came out on the Liberty record label. This one charted number 7 on KQV out of Pittsburgh, PA. May 1963, the Victorians with Gloria Jean Haggis on lead. Give a listen to their rendition of the tune, What Makes Little Girls Cry.
You ask me, can I tell you why your girlfriend cries? Well, all that I can tell you, friend, is you should realize. Take a heart and then tear it apart. Take plans and dreams, turn them to foolish schemes. Then you have my friend. What makes little girls cry? What makes little girls cry now? Take nights alone by the telephone that never rings, and she's left all alone. Then you have my friend. What makes little girls cry? What makes little girls cry? You ask me why your little girl cries, and I wonder, could it be you? So take the time to keep your love alive. Let her know that you stay by her side. Now you know, my friend, what makes little girls cry. What makes little girls cry now? So take the time to keep your love alive. Let her know that you stay by her side. Now you know, my friend, what makes little girls cry. What makes little girls cry now?
May 1963 release there, Victorians. The Victorians, I think that was a Perry Botkin Jr. production on the Liberty record label. Victorians with Gloria Jean Haggis on lead there. Liberty Records, What Makes Little Girls Cry. You want that on the vinyl promos. That's the way you want that 45. Let's continue here, and let's continue again with the tribute to the late Lee Andrews, as he also recorded on the Philadelphia Crimson record label, and he had 4 releases on Crimson. This is the first, and this is a side that he wrote. Their Hearts are mentioned on here, but it's a different Hearts group. And they were maybe they were also known as the Neons, possibly, that backed him up on this one. This is the B-side of the 45 on Crimson from July 64. The late Lee Andrews and the Hearts on Crimson with a song called Oh My Love.
My love, my love, my love, my darling, I need your sweet kiss through a long and sleepless night. Tears I've cried so much. My love, my love, my love, my darling, I need your caress. Say you'll make my dreams come true, so my life for you that this love affair just had to be. Oh, my love, my darling, I need your sweet touch. All you have to say is you love me, then my life would be complete. My life would be complete. Life would be complete.
Hey, like that one there in the top shelf oldie charm, the late Lee Andrews and the Hearts, July 1964 on the Crimson record label. That is the B-side. Like that side better. Oh My Love is the name of that one. Two more 45s to go before Johnny G signs off. Here we go out to Hollywood, California, to a label called Jolum, Jolum Records here. And this artist this singer co-wrote this tune. He goes by the name of Cliff Wagner. Cliff W-A-G-N-E-R, Wagner. I guess that's his name. From December of 1963, Cliff Wagner on Jolum, a song called When You're Dancing.
When you're dancing, keep right on dancing, and the world will be so gay. All your cares and all your woes, we'll all sing to work away. So when you're dancing, you will so fine. Keep right on dancing. Come on, do it one more time. Yeah, yeah, whoa. When you're dancing, whoa, so keep on moving, for it's all fine. Don't stop. Come on, do it one more time. Yeah, yeah, whoa. When you're dancing, keep on dancing, and the whole wide world will be so
Sounds like the Rocky Fellas and singing them in the background there. Cliff Wagner's his name. December 1963 release on the Jolum record label out of Hollywood, California. Song entitled When You're Dancing. Well, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to original vinyl 45s out of my collection. You want to get in touch with me, you can send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. You can also reach me at JohnnyGVinyltreasures@gmail.com. Like I said, getting this one up on my website, vinyltreasures.net, although I did not post last week's show. I will do them both this evening. We're going to post this one up on the YouTube, my YouTube video account, and we'll see how many copyright infringements I get. Last week, they only banned my show in Germany. So with the 19 copyright infringements, they let all the other areas see it except Germany. Unfortunate, but we'll see what they say about this one. Although with all these Lee Andrew records that I played, it should be interesting. We got one more because it's the closer for tonight, and we're closing with one on the Gowan label. Came out in February of 1962. This one charted on WIBG in Philadelphia, PA. Was number 64 on that survey on the Gowan label. The late Lee Andrews and the Hearts with a song called Together Again, as we will be together again here next Saturday night for my all 1960s show, 1964 and later sounds out of my collection. So if you like the 60s, you're going to want to tune in to next Saturday night. Well, that's going to do it, folks. Tune in tomorrow evening starting at 9 p.m. for my buddy Dave the Rave and his Relics and Rarities show, 9 to midnight right here on Top Shelf Oldies. That's going to do it, folks. Want everybody to have a safe and happy week, and I'll see you here next Saturday. Just want to say, everybody, so long.
We sit in our room, looking out at the rain. We're happy together now. You're not to blame for the time I sit here crying all alone. Teardrops fell on my window pane. I'm sorry, forgive me, dear, for running out on you. How could there ever be somebody new? We sit in our room, looking out at the rain. Two hearts at last, together again. I'm sorry, forgive me, dear, for running out on you. This time, my darling, I'll make your dreams come true. With love, devotion, I'll be faithful